Stop chasing wealth. Everything you have been taught about the necessity of struggle and sacrifice is a lie designed to keep you from one simple truth. The universe is waiting to take your order. The only question is, do you know how to speak its language? The secret to attracting profound abundance is not found in relentless effort, but in mastering a language of intention that communicates your desires directly to the source of all creation. This is not a philosophy of wishful thinking. It is a masterclass in deliberate manifestation. Within these pages, you will find the blueprint to unlock your highest financial destiny, transforming your mindset from a place of lack into a powerful magnet for opportunity. This is your invitation to finally learn the language of wealth and claim the life that is waiting for you. Ask for Abundance, University Lessons for Manifesting Daily Wealth, written and published by Success Attraction Formula. Chapter 1, Abundance 101, The Foundational Mindset. Imagine walking down a street and seeing a single dollar bill lying on the pavement. What is your first thought? For many, the immediate reaction is one of fleeting luck, a small random gift from a universe that is otherwise indifferent. They might think, how fortunate, I found a dollar. Now imagine another person walking down that same street, seeing the same dollar, and thinking, this is the universe showing me the first sign of the wealth that is on its way to me. The event is identical, but the perception, the meaning attached to it, is worlds apart. One sees a limited, one-time gain. The other sees the beginning of an infinite flow. This single, simple difference in perspective is the entire foundation upon which a life of wealth or a life of struggle is built. It is the core distinction between a mindset of scarcity and a mindset of abundance. And understanding this is the first and most critical lesson in your university education on manifestation. The most common problem we face is that we are unknowingly enrolled in a school of scarcity. From a young age, we are taught that resources are limited. There is only so much money, so many opportunities, so many promotions, and so much success to go around. This creates a worldview of competition and fear. We see another's success and feel a pang of jealousy, believing their gain is somehow our loss. We look at our bank accounts and focus on what is missing rather than what is present. This scarcity mindset is a prison of our own making, with invisible walls built from thoughts like, I can't afford that, I'll never be that successful, or it's too hard. It forces us to operate from a place of defense, constantly guarding what little we have, terrified of losing it. This fear-based energy repels the very opportunities and wealth we desire, ensuring our reality matches our limited beliefs. The transformative solution is to consciously withdraw from the school of scarcity and enroll in the University of Abundance. This is not about pretending problems do not exist. It is about fundamentally shifting your core belief about the nature of reality itself. The abundance mindset is the profound understanding that the universe is infinitely generous and that there is more than enough of everything, wealth, love, success, happiness, for everyone, including you. It is a perspective rooted in trust, creativity, and expansion. When you adopt this mindset, you move from a state of competing to a state of creating. You understand that your success does not take from anyone else, and their success does not diminish you. Instead, you see the world as a collaborative, creative space filled with endless possibilities. This shift is the most powerful thing you can do to change your financial destiny, as it aligns your personal energy with the universal energy of growth and prosperity. Your thoughts become seeds, and with an abundance mindset, you are finally planting them in fertile soil. This isn't just positive thinking, it is a strategic alignment with the fundamental laws of energy that govern our world. You begin to see proof of abundance everywhere, from the kindness of a stranger to a new business idea that pops into your head. The world does not change, but your perception of it does, and in doing so, your entire reality begins to transform. To truly integrate this foundational mindset, we must understand its core principles. The first principle is that gratitude is your primary access point to abundance. Scarcity focuses on what is lacking. Abundance focuses on what you already have. The practice of gratitude is not about being thankful only for the big wins. It is about finding sincere appreciation for the small things, the roof over your head, the food you eat, the technology that connects you to the world. When you consistently practice gratitude, you are training your brain to seek out the positive. You are sending a powerful signal to the universe that you are aware of and thankful for the abundance already present in your life. This act of appreciation creates a magnetic resonance, attracting more things to be grateful for. Start each day by mentally or physically listing 5 things you are genuinely thankful for. This simple 5-minute exercise shifts your energetic state for the entire day, moving you from a frequency of lack to a frequency of receptivity. The second principle is to celebrate the success of others. A scarcity mindset sees another's achievement as a threat or a reminder of one's own shortcomings. An abundance mindset sees another's success as proof of what is possible. When a friend gets a promotion, when a colleague launches a successful business, or when you see someone enjoying the very wealth you desire, celebrate it genuinely. Their success is a signal from the universe that you are getting closer to your own. By celebrating them, you are affirming your belief that success is unlimited and available to all. This act dissolves envy and replaces it with inspiration, aligning you with the energy of achievement. A powerful real-life illustration of this shift can be seen in the story of 2 freelance graphic designers, Maria and Tom. They both worked in the same city and often competed for the same clients. Tom operated from a scarcity mindset. He saw every other designer, especially Maria, as a rival. He guarded his techniques, refused to share industry news, and felt a surge of anxiety every time he heard of Maria landing a big project. His business remained stagnant, a constant struggle of finding just enough work to get by. Maria, however, chose to adopt an abundance mindset. She saw Tom not as a competitor, but as a potential collaborator. She believed there were more than enough clients for everyone. She actively built a network of other designers, sharing tips, referring clients when she was too busy, and openly celebrating their wins. Soon, other designers began referring work to her in return. She collaborated with a web developer on larger projects, allowing her to take on clients she couldn't have handled alone. Within a year, Maria's business had tripled. She wasn't just surviving, she was thriving. The market didn't change. The number of clients didn't magically increase. The only thing that changed was the mindset through which she operated. She chose creation and collaboration over competition and fear, and the universe responded in kind. Her story is a testament to the fact that your perception of your environment is more powerful than the environment itself. By believing in enough, she created more than enough. As you begin to integrate this foundational lesson, you are laying the groundwork for all the wealth you wish to manifest. You are learning that the outer world of your finances is a direct reflection of the inner world of your beliefs. By shifting your core perspective from one of lack to one of infinite possibility, you are tuning your energetic dial to the frequency of prosperity. This is the prerequisite for all that is to come. You are no longer fighting for a small piece of the pie. You are realizing that you can bake as many pies as you want. This understanding changes everything. But a mindset, no matter how powerful, needs direction. It is the engine, but you still need to tell it where to go. Now that you understand the nature of abundance, how do you channel that understanding into a clear, specific request that the universe can understand and deliver? How do you move from a general feeling of abundance to manifesting a specific outcome in your life? Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula. Give this video a like and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 2. The Art of Formulating Your Ask. Have you ever been given a gift that, while well-intentioned, was completely wrong for you? Perhaps you received a sweater in a color you would never wear, or a book on a topic that holds no interest for you. You feel a sense of gratitude for the gesture, but also a quiet disappointment because the gift itself is not a match for who you are or what you truly desire. This common human experience is a perfect metaphor for how many people approach manifestation. They send out vague, undefined wishes into the universe, and then feel frustrated when the opportunities that show up are not what they truly wanted. They might say, "I want more money," and then receive an opportunity to work exhausting overtime hours in a job they despise. The universe delivered more money, but the package it came in was misaligned with their deeper desire for freedom and fulfillment. The core problem is a lack of clarity. We live in a state of vague desire, hoping for general improvements like being happy or becoming successful, without ever defining what those things mean to us specifically. This ambiguity is the single greatest obstacle to effective manifestation. The universe is a cosmic delivery service that responds to precision. It cannot deliver a specific destination if you only give it a general direction. A vague ask will always result in a vague or misaligned result, leading to a cycle of frustration and the mistaken belief that manifestation does not work. This is not a failure of the universe. It is a failure of the request. The transformative solution is to master the art of the formulated ask. This is the skill of translating your broad desires into a clear, specific, and emotionally charged request that acts as an undeniable command to the universe. It is the difference between wishing for rain and performing a rain dance. It requires moving beyond passive hope and into the realm of active, intentional creation. Formulating your ask is about becoming an architect of your desires, drawing up a detailed blueprint of what you want to build in your life. When you achieve this level of clarity, you are no longer just a passenger in your life. You are the navigator, setting a precise course for your destination. This process does more than just clarify your goals for the universe. It clarifies them for you. It forces you to look past the surface-level wants and connect with what you truly value. This clarity is magnetic. It not only focuses your own energy and actions, but also makes it easier for the universe to orchestrate the people, resources, and opportunities needed to bring your vision to life. A well-formulated ask cuts through the static of indecision and creates a powerful, focused beam of intention that the universe cannot ignore. It is the moment you stop asking for a car and start asking for the specific make, model, and color that you can see yourself driving. To craft your own powerful, formulated ask, there are 3 essential steps you must master. The first is to define with absolute detail. Vague goals produce vague results. You must get crystal clear on the specifics of what you desire. If you want more money, how much exactly? State a specific monthly income or a specific figure in your savings account. For example, instead of "I want to be wealthy," a formulated ask would be, "I am so happy and grateful to be earning a consistent income of $10,000 per month." If you desire a new home, what does it look like? How many bedrooms does it have? What neighborhood is it in? What does the front door look like? Write down every detail as if you are placing an order for a custom-built product. The more detailed your vision, the clearer the signal you send. This level of detail demonstrates your commitment and seriousness to the universe. It proves you have invested the time and energy to truly know what you want. The second step is to infuse your ask with powerful emotion. The universe does not respond to words alone. It responds to the energy and feeling behind those words. Logic makes you think, but emotion makes you act and attract. Once you have the details of your ask, you must connect with the feeling of already having it. Close your eyes and imagine your desire is already your reality. If you asked for that $10,000 monthly income, feel the sense of security, freedom, and joy that comes with it. Feel the relief of paying your bills with ease, the excitement of booking a vacation, the satisfaction of saving and investing. This emotional energy is the fuel that powers your manifestation. Your formulated ask should be written in the present tense, as if it has already happened, such as, "I am so happy and grateful now that." This grammatical structure helps to generate the feeling of fulfillment in the present moment, which is the key to attracting it into your physical reality. The third and perhaps most crucial step is to release your ask with trust. After you have defined your request with detail and charged it with emotion, you must let it go. This can be the most challenging part for many people, as it requires surrendering control. Constantly worrying about when and how your desire will manifest creates an energy of doubt and resistance, which effectively cancels out your request. Releasing it means trusting that the universe heard you and is already working on the delivery. It is like placing an order at a restaurant. You do not go into the kitchen to tell the chef how to cook your meal. You trust that it is being prepared and will arrive at the proper time. To practice this, once you have written down and emotionally connected with your ask, you can perform a small ritual, like folding up the paper and putting it in a special box, or safely burning it as a symbol of releasing it to the universe. Then you turn your focus to the present moment, living in a state of grateful expectation, knowing that your order is on its way. Consider the example of an aspiring author named Chloe. For years, her ask was simply, "I want to be a published author." She wrote occasionally, but was often paralyzed by doubt and felt her goal was a distant, fuzzy dream. After learning to formulate her ask, she sat down and wrote a new, detailed request. "I am so overjoyed and grateful to be holding my debut novel, a historical fiction story titled The Last Lighthouse, which is a national bestseller published by Penguin Random House. I feel the smooth, glossy cover in my hands and see my name in bold print." She spent time every day visualizing this scene, feeling the pride, excitement, and validation. She then released this vision and focused on the inspired action of writing her manuscript, trusting that the how would be taken care of. This newfound clarity and emotional connection gave her the motivation to finish her book. Her focused energy made her more confident when pitching to agents. Within 18 months, her formulated ask had become her physical reality, down to the very publisher she had named. By mastering the art of formulating your ask, you are taking a monumental step from passive wishing to active creation. You are providing the universe with a clear, undeniable blueprint of your desires, fueled by the powerful energy of emotion. This clarity and focus will begin to reshape your reality in ways you can scarcely imagine. You will start to notice synchronicities, opportunities, and ideas aligning to support your vision. The world will begin to rearrange itself to match the picture you have so clearly painted in your mind. You have learned the foundational mindset of abundance, and now you have learned how to give that mindset a specific, powerful instruction. But what happens after you ask? What must you do in your daily life to prepare for the arrival of your manifestation? How do you transform your own energy field into a powerful magnet that draws your desire to you even faster? Remember to subscribe to Success Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 3. The Physics of Preparing to Receive. Imagine you have meticulously planned the most wonderful party. You have sent out beautiful, detailed invitations, and your most cherished guests have all confirmed they are coming. The day of the party arrives, but you have done nothing to prepare your home. The entryway is cluttered, the house is a mess, and there is no food or drink to be found. When your guests arrive, they will find a space that is not ready to receive them. The environment is incongruent with the beautiful invitation you sent. This scenario is precisely what happens when we ask for abundance, but fail to prepare our lives to receive it. We send a powerful, formulated ask out into the universe, but our daily life, our home, our habits, our internal state remains cluttered with the energy of our past. The problem of self-sabotage is one of the most common and insidious blocks to manifestation. We ask for wealth, but our actions scream scarcity. We ask for love, but our hearts remain closed and guarded. This creates a state of energetic conflict. You are pushing the accelerator with your desires, but you are slamming on the brakes with your lifestyle and beliefs. The universe, which is always responding to your dominant energy, gets a mixed signal. It wants to deliver your desire, but there is no clear, welcoming space for it to land. This incongruence is why so many manifestations stall or fail to materialize, leaving people feeling defeated and questioning the process itself. The failure is not in the asking, it is in the lack of preparation. The transformative solution lies in understanding the physics of receiving. This is the principle that you must become an energetic match for the thing you are asking for before it can fully manifest in your life. Manifestation is not just a mental exercise, it is a full-body, full-life experience. You must prepare your world to receive the abundance you have requested. This means consciously creating a physical, mental, and emotional environment that is aligned with your desired reality. Think of yourself as a radio receiver. If you want to listen to a station broadcasting at 101.5 FM, you must tune your dial to that exact frequency. If you are tuned to 92.3 FM, you will never hear the music playing on 101.5. Similarly, if you desire to experience the reality of wealth, you must tune your personal frequency to the frequency of wealth. This process of tuning involves aligning your thoughts, feelings, and most importantly, your actions with the reality you wish to create. It is about closing the gap between the person you are today and the person you will be when your desire has manifested. This act of preparation sends a powerful, clear signal to the universe that you are serious, you are ready, and you have made space for the good that is on its way. It eliminates the energetic static of self-sabotage and turns you into a powerful, unobstructed magnet for your desires. There are 3 key practices to master the physics of receiving. The first is to declutter your physical and energetic space. Your external environment is a reflection of your internal state. A cluttered, disorganized home or workspace creates a chaotic, stagnant energy that repels new opportunities. You cannot receive new abundance if your hands are already full of old junk. Begin by physically decluttering your space. Go through your home and get rid of anything you do not use, love, or need. This is especially powerful in the area of your finances. Organize your wallet. Clean out old receipts. Create a clear, simple system for managing your bills. This physical act of creating order sends a message of competence and readiness. Energetic decluttering is just as important. This means letting go of old resentments, forgiving people who have wronged you, for your own sake, not theirs, and releasing limiting beliefs from your past. You can do this through journaling, meditation, or simply making a conscious decision to let go. By clearing out the old, you create a vacuum that the universe will rush to fill with the new, positive experiences you have asked for. The second practice is to act as if. This is the powerful discipline of behaving like the person who already has what you desire. It is not about being fake or faking it till you make it. It is about genuinely embodying the energy of your future self in the present moment. Ask yourself, how would the version of me who is earning $10,000 a month walk, talk, and make decisions? How would they manage their time? What would they wear? How would they treat others? Begin to adopt these behaviors now. If you want to be a successful business owner, start treating your small side project with the professionalism of a major corporation. If you want to be a healthy, fit person, start making the food and exercise choices that a healthy, fit person would make. This practice aligns your actions with your intentions and collapses the time it takes for your desire to manifest, because you are energetically becoming that reality before it has physically arrived. The final practice is to follow inspired action. After you have asked and begun to prepare your space, the universe will start to send you nudges, ideas, and opportunities. These are often quiet and subtle and may not seem directly related to your goal. This is inspired action. It is different from massive action or hustling, which often comes from a place of fear and a belief that you have to make it happen all by yourself. Inspired action feels light, exciting, and effortless. It is the sudden urge to call an old friend, the idea to take a different route home from work, or the impulse to sign up for a class on a new subject. Your job is to trust these intuitive hits and act on them without hesitation. The universe is a master strategist, and it often orchestrates paths to our desires that our logical minds could never conceive of. For example, a woman named Sarah wanted to manifest a loving partner. She asked, decluttered her life of old mementos from past relationships, and started acting as if by taking herself on dates and treating herself with the love she wished to receive. One day, she had a sudden strong urge to visit a small, independent bookstore she had never been to before. It seemed random, but she followed the impulse. While browsing the shelves, she struck up a conversation with a man about a book they both loved. That man is now her husband. Her logical mind would never have created a plan that involved going to that specific store at that specific time. But by following the inspired action, she allowed the universe to lead her directly to her desire. By consciously preparing to receive, you are completing the circuit of manifestation. You are showing the universe that you are not just a dreamer, but a co-creator who is ready and willing to do the internal and external work required to support your vision. You are clearing the path, removing the obstacles of self-sabotage, and aligning your entire being with the frequency of your ask. This preparation is what makes manifestation feel magical, because it allows your desires to flow to you with ease and grace. You have established your foundational mindset and learned to formulate a precise ask. Now you are preparing your life to receive it, but there is one final internal barrier that can block your success at the very last step. What if, deep down, a part of you feels you do not truly deserve the abundance you are asking for? How do you overcome the subtle but powerful psychology of unworthiness that can prevent you from accepting the good that is trying to come to you? Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 4. The Psychology of Worthy Leadership. Imagine you have just delivered the best presentation of your career. Your boss pulls you aside, beaming with pride, and says, "That was absolutely brilliant, truly exceptional work." What is your immediate, gut-level reaction? Do you stand tall, make eye contact, and say, "Thank you, I'm very proud of how it turned out"? Or do you find yourself deflecting, minimizing your achievement by saying something like, "Oh, it was nothing really. The team helped a lot." Or, "I just got lucky." For so many of us, the second response is our default setting. We spend weeks, months, or even years asking the universe for an opportunity to shine, and in the very moment that it arrives, we unconsciously push it away. This impulse to deflect praise, to feel like a fraud, or to believe our success is an accident is the final and most personal barrier to lasting wealth. It is the psychology of unworthiness, and it is the hidden saboteur that can invalidate all your hard work at the 11th hour. The most pervasive problem we face on this journey is not an external one. It is the deep-seated, often silent belief that we are simply not good enough. This is often called the imposter syndrome, or a worthiness wound. It's the quiet voice in the back of your mind that whispers you don't deserve the money, the love, or the success you are asking for. It makes you feel like an actor playing the part of a successful person, terrified that at any moment someone will pull back the curtain and expose you as a fraud. This belief is a powerful repellent. It causes you to undercharge for your services, to pass up on incredible opportunities because you feel unqualified, and to sabotage good things when they enter your life because their presence conflicts with your internal self-concept. You can have the most powerful abundance mindset, the clearest ask, and a life perfectly prepared to receive, but if you do not feel worthy of the gift, you will find a way to refuse delivery. The transformative solution is to consciously step into the role of a worthy leader in your own life. This is not about developing an ego or becoming arrogant. It is about accepting a fundamental truth. Your worth is inherent and not dependent on your achievements, your bank balance, or the approval of others. You were born worthy. Leadership begins with leading yourself, and leading yourself begins with accepting your absolute, unconditional right to the life you desire. To become a worthy leader is to take radical responsibility for your own value. It means you stop waiting for someone else to validate you or give you permission to be successful. You grant that permission to yourself. This shift from seeking external validation to generating internal sovereignty is the key that unlocks the final door to abundance. When you truly know and feel your own worth, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You confidently state your prices, you apply for the reach job, you accept compliments with grace, and you allow good things to enter your life and stay there. You become a powerful, calming presence who is no longer tossed about by the winds of self-doubt. This internal alignment with your own value makes you an irresistible magnet for opportunities that honor your worth, because you are no longer sending out the conflicting signal of unworthiness. To cultivate this psychology of worthy leadership, you must first become an archaeologist of your own beliefs. You must be willing to dig into your past to understand where the seeds of unworthiness were planted. This is the first step, auditing your limiting beliefs. Take some time with a journal and ask yourself, when did I first learn that I wasn't good enough? For many, it stems from childhood experiences, a critical parent, a teacher's offhand comment, or being compared to a sibling. For others, it comes from later life failures, a failed business, a difficult breakup, or a period of unemployment. The goal here is not to blame, but to understand. By shining the light of awareness on the origin of the belief, you rob it of its unconscious power. You realize it is not an absolute truth about you, but simply an old story you learned. Once you see it as a story, you realize you have the power to write a new one. The second step is to craft and live by a new declaration of sovereignty. This is more than a simple affirmation. It is your personal constitution of worth. Create a powerful present-tense statement that affirms your leadership and values, such as, I am the sovereign leader of my life. I am inherently worthy of all the love, success, and abundance I create and receive. I approve of myself and my desires. Write this statement down. Say it aloud in the mirror every morning. Feel the truth of the words sinking into your bones. This practice works to actively reprogram your subconscious mind, overwriting the old, disempowering narrative with a new, empowering truth. The third and most practical step is to build your receiving muscle. Unworthiness manifests as an inability to receive. To counteract this, you must consciously practice receiving in your daily life. The next time someone pays you a compliment, resist the urge to deflect. Take a breath, look them in the eye, smile, and simply say, "Thank you. I really appreciate that." When a friend offers to buy you a coffee or help you with a task, graciously accept. Each time you allow yourself to receive without making excuses or feeling the need to immediately reciprocate, you are strengthening your capacity to hold abundance. You are telling your nervous system that it is safe to receive good things. Consider the real-life example of a talented life coach named David. He had all the skills to help his clients achieve incredible transformations, but his business was struggling. He consistently undercharged, offered too many free sessions, and felt immense guilt when sending invoices. His income was a fraction of what his peers were earning. During a period of self-reflection, he uncovered a deep-seated belief from his childhood that asking for money is greedy. This belief was sabotaging his success. He began the work of healing his worthiness wound. He wrote a new declaration, I am a powerful force for good, and I deserve to be compensated abundantly for the immense value I provide. He practiced receiving by allowing friends to treat him to lunch. He started with a small change, raising his rates by just 10%. When he stated his new rate to a potential client, his heart pounded, but he held his ground. The client agreed without hesitation. Emboldened, he raised them again. Today, David is one of the most sought-after coaches in his field, earning a six-figure income. His skills did not change. His belief in his own worth did. By healing his psychology of unworthiness, he finally allowed the abundance he was creating to flow to him. As you claim your worth and step into your role as the leader of your life, you remove the final piece of internal resistance. You become a clear and open channel for prosperity. You have built the mindset, formulated the ask, and prepared your life to receive. Now, by knowing you are worthy, you are finally giving the universe your full and complete permission to deliver. You have addressed the internal physics and psychology of manifestation. So, what comes next? How do you take this profound inner transformation and weave it into the very fabric of your daily life? How do you ensure that manifestation is not just a technique you use, but the very economic system by which you live and breathe each day? Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 5. The Economics of Daily Manifestation. What if you owned the most powerful and efficient engine in the world, capable of generating limitless energy, but you only turned it on for a few minutes once a month? You would use it to accomplish a big task, like powering your entire house for an hour, and then you would shut it off, leaving it dormant until the next major need arose. It sounds absurd, yet this is precisely how most people approach the practice of manifestation. They treat it like a special tool to be used only for grand occasions. Manifesting a new car, a dream home, or a lottery win. They perform their rituals and visualizations with great intensity for a short period, And then, once the ask is made, they revert to their old ways of thinking and being, effectively shutting the engine off. The core problem is viewing manifestation as a series of isolated events, rather than a continuous, moment-to-moment process. This special occasion approach leads to inconsistency and frustration. It creates a reality where progress is slow and sporadic because the creative power of the mind is not being leveraged consistently. People fall out of alignment because they do not see how their tiny, everyday thoughts and actions contribute to the bigger picture. They fail to understand that the universe is always listening, not just during their 5-minute morning meditation, but during their morning commute, their conversations at work, and their thoughts before they fall asleep. The transformative solution is to adopt a new personal philosophy, the economics of daily manifestation. This is the profound understanding that you are operating a personal economy of energy every single moment of every single day. Every thought you think, every word you speak, and every action you take is a transaction. It is either a deposit into your abundance account or a withdrawal. There is no neutral transaction. When you truly grasp this, the focus shifts from trying to manifest big things occasionally to managing your energetic currency wisely in every moment. The goal becomes simple: to end each day with more energetic deposits than withdrawals. This approach turns manifestation from a mystical ritual into a practical, daily discipline. It empowers you to see that your point of power is always in the present moment. You do not have to wait for the perfect time to manifest. You can start building energetic wealth right now with your very next thought. By managing your daily manifestation economy, you ensure that the powerful engine of creation is always running, consistently working in the background to build the reality you desire. This creates unstoppable momentum and accelerates the arrival of your grandest visions because you are nourishing them with positive energy day in and day out. To become a masterful manager of your personal energy economy, you must integrate 3 foundational habits. The first is to establish a daily energetic budget. Just as you might create a financial budget to guide your spending, you must create an energetic budget to guide your focus. This begins the moment you wake up. Before you check your phone or let the worries of the world rush in, take just 2 minutes to set a clear intention for your day. This can be as simple as, today, my energetic currency will be spent on gratitude, solutions, and recognizing opportunities. I will not purchase any thoughts of lack or worry. This simple act sets your internal GPS for prosperity. It is a conscious decision about where you will invest your most valuable asset, your attention. Throughout the day, you can check in with this budget. When faced with a challenge, you can ask yourself, is focusing on this problem a wise use of my energetic currency, or should I invest my attention in finding a solution? This habit puts you in the driver's seat of your daily experience. The second habit is learning to recognize and divest from scarcity spending. Scarcity spending includes all the subtle, habitual ways we drain our energetic accounts. The most common forms are complaining, engaging in gossip, worrying about future events you cannot control, and ruminating on past mistakes. These activities are the equivalent of high-interest debt in your energy economy. They offer a fleeting moment of satisfaction, but create a significant long-term deficit. The first step is simply awareness. Notice when you are about to complain about the traffic or gossip about a colleague. In that moment of awareness, you have a choice. You can choose to divest, you can change the subject, or simply choose to remain silent. You do not have to replace it with an overly positive thought immediately. The simple act of not spending your energy on negativity is a huge deposit in itself. The third habit is to consistently make abundance investments. These are small, deliberate actions that build your energetic wealth over time. They are the high-yield savings accounts of your manifestation economy. One of the most powerful investments is the daily abundance review. Just before you go to sleep, take 3 minutes to mentally scan your day and identify 3 things that went right. It could be a productive meeting, a delicious meal, or a moment of laughter with a loved one. This practice trains your brain to seek and acknowledge evidence of success and abundance, counteracting the brain's natural negativity bias. Another powerful investment is the prosperity pause. When you feel stressed or overwhelmed during the day, take a 60-second pause. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and bring to mind one thing you are currently grateful for. This acts as a circuit breaker, interrupting the flow of scarcity thinking and instantly depositing abundance into your account. A third investment is practicing anonymous generosity. This could be putting a coin in an expired parking meter, leaving an extra-large tip for a coffee, or sending an encouraging anonymous email to a content creator you admire. The act of giving without needing recognition reinforces the belief that you have more than enough to share, which is a cornerstone of the abundance mindset. Consider the story of Elena, an artist who felt perpetually stuck and broke, despite her immense talent. She viewed manifestation as something she would do when she needed to sell a big painting. She adopted the daily economics mindset. Each morning, she set the intention, "Today, I am a successful, thriving artist." When she caught herself worrying about bills, scarcity spending, she would immediately pivot and spend 1 minute sketching a new idea, abundance investing. Before bed, she would review her day and acknowledge her wins. A productive hour of painting, a positive comment on her social media, an idea for a new series. These were all deposits. Within a few months, her entire demeanor had changed. She radiated a quiet confidence. She started getting more commission requests and gallery invitations. She hadn't won the lottery. She had simply changed her daily energetic balance sheet from a deficit to a surplus, and the universe responded by reflecting that surplus back to her in the form of real, tangible income. By embracing the economics of daily manifestation, you are transforming your approach from a part-time dreamer to a full-time creator. You understand that the great mansion of your ideal life is not built with one grand gesture, but with the thousands of small, intentional bricks you lay every single day. You are the CEO, CFO, and sole shareholder of your personal energy economy, and you are now equipped to lead it to ever-increasing levels of prosperity. You have built the mindset, learned to ask, prepared to receive, claimed your worth, and now turned it into a daily, disciplined practice. You are operating the manifestation economy of your life with skill. So, what is the final step in this university curriculum? How do you move from being a dedicated student of abundance to a true master, capable of not just creating it for yourself, but impacting the world around you with your prosperity? Remember to subscribe to Success Attraction Formula, give this video a like, and comment with your personal opinions or suggestions for channel development. Chapter 6. Your graduation, leading with abundance. Picture yourself on a stage, a soft spotlight illuminating your path. You are walking forward not to receive a paper diploma, but to fully and completely accept a new identity you have earned through your dedicated inner work. This is not just a ceremony. It is a moment of profound integration. This is your graduation. You have journeyed through the foundational lessons of this university, learning the mindset, the art of asking, the physics of receiving, the psychology of worth, and the economics of daily practice. You have done the work. The final step of your education is to understand what you do with this power now that you have cultivated it. What does it mean to live, breathe, and lead from a place of unshakable abundance? The final challenge that many graduates of this inner work face is the subtle fear of losing what they have gained. They manifest their desired income or relationship, and then they begin to operate from a place of fear, constantly worrying that it will all disappear. They clutch their abundance tightly, which paradoxically introduces the energy of scarcity back into their lives. The problem is believing that graduation is a finish line. They see their manifestation as a destination and fail to recognize that the true prize is not the thing they manifested, but the person they had to become to manifest it. The final test is to move beyond simply doing abundance practices and to begin being an embodiment of abundance itself. The transformative solution is to consciously step into the identity of an abundance leader. This is the pinnacle of your education, the stage where the principles you have learned are no longer a set of rules you follow, but are the very essence of who you are. An abundance leader understands that prosperity is not a finite resource to be hoarded, but an infinite energy to be circulated. They are no longer focused solely on receiving. Their primary joy comes from creating and giving from a place of genuine fullness. This is the ultimate state of energetic security. When you embody abundance, you are no longer afraid of losing it, because you know with every fiber of your being that you are the source. You know that you can create and recreate wealth, success, and happiness at will because the universal principles are a part of you. Leading with abundance means your own life becomes a testament to what is possible, inspiring everyone you interact with not through words or lectures, but through the powerful magnetic frequency of your own peace, joy, and prosperity. This is the shift from being a student who learns the lessons to becoming the lesson itself. To truly embody the role of an abundance leader, you must integrate 3 final principles into your being. The first and most important is the principle of generous circulation. An abundance leader knows that money and opportunity are like energy or water. They must flow. When energy becomes stagnant, it becomes toxic. When you hoard your resources out of fear, you are damming the river of abundance. To lead with abundance means to give generously and joyfully. This does not mean giving beyond your means. It means giving from a place of trust in the infinite source. This can be financial, such as tipping generously, donating to a cause you believe in, or investing in another person's dream, but it can also be non-financial. It is about being generous with your knowledge, your time, your encouragement, and your praise. When you give freely and without expecting anything in return, you are making the most powerful statement possible to the universe: I have more than enough. This act of trust and generosity opens the floodgates for even more to flow back to you, often from completely unexpected sources. The second principle is to be a beacon, not a preacher. As you transform your life, people around you will notice. They will see your newfound calm, your success, and your happiness. Naturally, they will become curious. The temptation for many is to become a preacher, to tell everyone what they should be doing. An abundance leader resists this urge. They understand that everyone is on their own path and their own timeline. Instead of preaching, they simply become a beacon. They shine their light brightly through their own example. They answer questions when asked, but they do not push their beliefs on others. Their life itself is the most compelling sermon. Their peace in the midst of chaos, their creativity in the face of challenges, and their quiet confidence become a source of inspiration. They demonstrate what is possible, creating a magnetic pull that invites others to find their own light. The third principle of an abundance leader is to cultivate a legacy mindset. This is the shift from short-term personal gain to long-term, meaningful contribution. An abundance leader begins to ask bigger questions. How can the wealth I create serve a purpose greater than my own comfort? How can my success benefit my family, my community, and the world? What positive impact do I want to leave behind? This perspective elevates the entire purpose of manifestation. It is no longer just about acquiring things. It is about becoming a steward of resources, a creator of opportunities for others, and a force for good. This could manifest as starting a foundation, creating a business that solves a real-world problem and provides meaningful employment, or mentoring the next generation of leaders. Paradoxically, when you shift your focus from what you can get to what you can give, the universe entrusts you with even more resources because it knows you will use them wisely to contribute to the greater good. Your personal economy becomes part of a larger, universal economy of positive change. Look at the example of Maya, a woman who successfully used these principles to build a thriving online business. In the early days, she was focused on her own financial freedom. Once she achieved it, she felt a sense of emptiness. She realized her graduation was not complete. She shifted to a legacy mindset. She started a program that offered scholarships and mentorship to women in developing countries who wanted to start their own online businesses. She poured a portion of her profits and her time into this cause. She described this act of giving as bringing her a level of joy and fulfillment that far surpassed any sales record. Her business, in turn, grew exponentially as her story of purpose-driven entrepreneurship attracted a loyal global community. She became a beacon, and her legacy began. You have now completed the curriculum. You have journeyed from the foundational understanding of scarcity and abundance to the ultimate embodiment of an abundance leader. This path has required you to change not just what you do, but who you are at your core. The true diploma you receive from this university is not a piece of paper, but the person you see in the mirror today, a sovereign, worthy, and powerful creator who understands that the goal was never just about getting more, but about becoming more. It was about achieving the inner freedom and cultivating the personal power to create a life of profound meaning, joy, and purpose. The wealth you generate is simply a beautiful byproduct of the magnificent person you have chosen to become. You are the source. You are the creator. You are abundance. You have now journeyed through the core curriculum of the University of Abundance, from laying the foundational mindset to stepping into your role as a leader. The path has been one of inner transformation, teaching you that the world outside is merely a reflection of the world within. You learn to shift from a consciousness of scarcity to one of infinite possibility. You mastered the art of formulating a clear, precise ask, turning vague wishes into powerful intentions. You then prepared your life to receive, becoming an energetic match for your desires. You faced the final internal gatekeeper, claiming your inherent worthiness to accept the good that is your birthright. You transform manifestation from a rare event into a daily economic practice, and finally you have graduated into a leader who creates, circulates, and embodies abundance as your natural state of being. Thank you for investing your time and energy with us on this transformative journey. The tools are now in your hands. We hope this has served you, and if it has, we would be so grateful if you would like this video, subscribe to Success Attraction Formula for more empowering content, and share your thoughts or biggest takeaways in the comments below.